Hola amigos, it is I, El Presidente Quill18, back with another episode of Let's Play Tropico 6. We're in our little sandbox island over here, our currently agriculturally based island, although I'm hoping to get into some tourism once we get into the Cold War. So we're not playing a mission, we're going to set our own goals over here. Certainly our goal is to at least enter the modern era, and then we'll see where we go from there. So far things are going swimmingly. We have more money than we know what to do with, which is kind of nice, I guess. Oh, did we unlock some new constitution ideas? No, we haven't unlocked new constitution ideas, but we can make some changes. We're not going to at this time, but it's good to know. We do have a request from the Axis to build a barracks near the embassy. We may or may not be interested in fulfilling that. We're already allied to the Allies. I mean, it's right there in their name, for crying out loud. Currently, we have a task to do some allied trade routes, which is going to work. And we recently set up our little boating industry. Oh, power, but that's probably because I just loaded a save. Yeah, there we go. It's a new day, just loaded the save again, and everything seems to be groovy. We should have tons of excess power. Yeah, 281, which is okay. Low rebel threat currently. How can I not click on this and go to the threat window? That's unfortunate. So I guess I want to go here. Known rebels / leaders. We have uncovered one whole rebel over here. Anything we want to do with this person? We could arrest them. It will, of course, upset the rest of their family. Risk them becoming rebels. Yeah. Family have arrested the tourist departs. Yep. Arrested do likewise upon being released. I don't know. I think we'll just leave it be. I think if I'm not, like, arresting people using my own decree, right? You know, as the president, just say, go arrest that person. I think if they just get arrested naturally by the cops, I don't think it makes things worse. I actually don't know if the cops arrest rebels or just criminals. I don't think they arrest rebels, actually. So, you know, they may just stick around. There's some various amnesty and things we can do. Our research over here is still going. It's fairly slow. We only have the research coming in from the one library right now. I'm not sure that we've got anything that can boost it. Like, we've got the high school, but the high school doesn't generate any research. And the college also does not generate any research to the best of my knowledge. I'm wondering if I should plop down a couple more libraries, and I think that might be the answer. It generates knowledge. Does it do anything else? To me, libraries should raise something like liberty rating or something, you know? Yeah, I guess we'll just, does it fit in nicely right over here? It does. I know that way it's not facing the road, which kind of annoys me a little bit, but yeah. I'll put a couple libraries over here. We'll go and expand our knowledge base, and I think we'll really appreciate having the ticks of that go a little bit faster. I mean, our raids still occasionally generate some, well, not knowledge exactly, but they unlock blueprints and regime tools, which are things that we research. So you got that, you got that. Money is still good. If we're having any problems in the election, which we clearly are not, we would just, you know, we could pass a tax cut or something like that. Easy peasy. So there's no, I mean, we've got the work modes. Yeah, we could have it generate liberty, but then it would lower knowledge, so that's a no-go. So I'm just going to control-click the academic department, call that good enough.
Again, Presidente. No, not the penguins. The destruction of Tropico by falling bombs.
Build a Teamster's office. Well, I mean, right now, the goods are certainly seeming to transport okay, but more Teamster's offices is never a terrible thing. Tell you what, let's go ahead, and we'll just make the militarists happy. We'll go and build one right over here. I mean, there's more expenses with the Teamster's office, but it also keeps the goods flowing a little bit better. And as we expand, we're going to want some more anyway, so what the heck, right? We still have a mission to build another prison. We've already got one. It's not even full. Maybe we can get more police stations to uncover more people more faster and fill the prison quicker. Who is this for? For the capitalists. Yeah, we'll see. Ooh, approval just dropped significantly all of a sudden. Free Wheels was just unlocked. I would like to run that. Yes, please. Free Wheels over here. Eat a cost. What does this do when it levels up? Does it become cheaper to run? Or does it just not bother capitalists as much? But we're going to run this, because we've certainly got the money for it. We've got parking garages all over the place, so now everyone, well, not the broke people, but otherwise everyone will be able to use cars and hopefully move around a lot better. Maybe what I'll do is I'll run the audience over here, just to make sure there's no problem with the election.
I am sure
We'll issue the edict, and we'll get some requests from people. Have a
hope,
minister of the
and
interior
charity.
recommended by
And I
the
hope
religious. So this is a new kind of mechanic. Ministry of the Interior. Okay, well, we'll do that.
I knew I could count on you to do the right
So that'll
thing.
already buff them a little bit,
Eventually.
but I'll also grab a little bit more standing. We all got the one mission because I think there was a bunch of stuff outstanding. Because I think it's the 3 lowest factions can issue a demand, so I'm assuming I already have some demands from some of these lowest factions. Yeah, because we've got one from the capitalists who really don't like us, and the militarists who wanted the Teamsters office. So actually, what I should have done is finish. Yeah, I should have finished at least the Teamsters office, because then I probably would have gotten another mission from that.
Defense is
I'll take the militarist standing. I mean, we were gonna be okay, but it seemed like a good idea to make sure there was a bit of padding. Maybe I will build another. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is after the election, maybe I'll just abandon this and then hope that we'll get another demand from the capitalists at some point. On the other hand, prisons could do good things. Maybe I'll just let it sit there for now. We're clearly going to win the election, so that's okay. Got a bunch of shacks over here. I do think I put in a promise to raise housing quality, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait until the election finishes. That promise will come up. So some people I see online that have problems with the promises because they issue the promise in their speech and then they start working on it right away. But look how many cars are going. Yeah. That's going to help things. No, you want to wait until you're elected, and then you have a promise to fulfill in your next mandate. We do not need to rig the election. That's going to be fine. So then you'll pop up, and then just deal with it. Then yeah, we'll get some people out of the shacks. I mean, and I know I've talked about with the housing before. It's expensive, and yeah, people pay rent, but it still sort of adds up. Raid complete. Intimidate neighbors. So we're going to do that from time to time because what we want to do is keep the Caribbean happiness lower than our own happiness over here. You see housing happiness only at 30 over here because many people living in shacks. Wow, the number of cars on the road really did go and crank up, which is good. And it's going to be very good for us. So, the
election is a landslide.
Yeah,
President.
landslide. The World War era is okay, but Cold War era is really that you hit like peak
Presidente,
Tropico.
I know you always keep.
A lot more things unlock. You get the full flavor of the sort of the Cold War, I guess, going on. And also you can get into tourism and whatnot, which is going to be kind of cool. In terms of exports, right, we're doing allied export routes. We don't really do cloth. We'll probably I'll do a short export of cocoa, unless we're already doing it or not. Short export of cocoa. There we go. We'll hit our 404 allied trade routes. I think we get invaded by the Axis at some point, so it's probably a good idea to get a few more defenses up.
Is retiring and might not be seen for a while.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build another barracks. I'm going to fulfill the mission of building a barracks near the Axis embassy, which technically is this one. Maybe it's not close enough. Cancel this one. We'll do it over here instead. Because that'll give us 2 barracks, plus the army base with the tanks, plus the guards from our palace, and hopefully that'll be enough to shut anything down. And push comes to shove, when the invasion comes, I can quick build some watchtowers. So I'll feel fairly secure with this. Also, we did increase the threat from some of our enemies.
You
So
ask how much you are to be paid? A questioning intellect is to be respected, President.
can I open the almanac now? No, because I don't know how many unemployed people versus empty job slots I've got. Whatever, I'll just take the Swiss bank account money. Although I should. We have tons of unemployed citizens. Okay, so yeah, I did not need more immigrants. What I need are more jobs. I just don't know what I want to do. I mean, a few people will be hired by the barracks, and you'll be hired here. So I could set up the prison just to, have more work available. Yeah, we're nowhere clear full. And yeah, they're just criminals. What we could do is we could go and maybe get a rum industry going on. Right? So it's still sort of agriculture based. Let's take a quick look. If I were to look at sugar, there's not a ton. Ooh! This place is good for sugar, and there's a couple of spots right over here. Now, we already have 1 sugar plantation. That's 78. Oh, it was way overlapping things. 96. What if I did this? 85 really isn't good, but I think I'm going to do it. So this will bring us up to 3 sugar plantations, because we already had one. So I will at least build a rum distillery, because Tropico without rum is no Tropico at all. We'll build that over there. a little bit more industry. Plus, it gives you the option of doing a rum export route. Plus, at some point, we might get a mission to, you know, produce and or export rum or something like that, and then it'll be ready to go. Excellent. So a little bit more employment. I'm still gonna keep away from mining. We've got some coal mines and oil mines, or oil wells. The oil wells aren't really used for anything. We're just exporting the oil directly.
Wait for the perfect moment to strike.
Oh, I'll just spend the money.
Sir, yes, sir.
This is for the Eiffel Tower, I think.
Making stuff is good, isn't it?
Produce milk. So this is just for Swiss bank account funds. Producing milk, we can. I think there's two things that produce milk. When you look at the ranch, I think sheep produce both wool and milk. If you want milk just directly, you do goats, and that's probably fine. We could always set up a little creamery here, but plus, you know, milk for the people. Let's go ahead and get one little goat farm over here.
Another day, another deal completed.
Exported
Very
boats,
nice.
excellent, which is also making us tons of money. We're up over 600k now. We've unlocked the
Everyone has to do their bit for the war effort, old sports. I don't care a threepenny bit who you might be.
a threepenny bit. Thank you very much, Lord Marlborough. We'll accept this. We have to sabotage the Axis. I'm always okay with this. Sabotage Axis. Done. Put it in the queue.
The Parisians never sleep, sir. They don't even eat dinner until 2000 hours.
We are already producing cigars, so we will do that. Although we could always set up a creamery now that we're producing a little bit of milk to make cheese, but we'll hold off. Right, my housing promise. I need to remember to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and kick in urban development so that our houses are half price, because we're going to be spamming a bunch of them. Now, unless I run free housing, not everyone's going to be able to live in the apartment. I suppose I could do free housing, but I think we'll hold off. First of all, how are these apartments coming along? They've got a couple of empty spots. All right, I'm going to add a smattering of apartments, spread out a little bit, so that hopefully, you know, there's going to be someone well off that can take advantage of a few of these. And then I'm going to switch around and do bunk houses for the poor. I would do tenements if I could, but I can't, so I won't. So there. Generally speaking, you want to build housing where there's already shacks, because clearly people want to live there for work. But it doesn't have to be right on top, because people will move a little bit. They set up their shacks as close as possible to work, but they're not. It's not that they're unwilling to move around, especially with we've got our garages going on now, which is going to help a fair bit. Do I have a garage right over here? I think there's one there, but I think we will actually benefit from having one right here, especially if I build some more housing, which I'm gonna. Alright, we'll let that go. The other way to raise the housing happiness once their houses actually exist is to boost up the maintenance on them, at least temporarily. That'll go a long way towards doing things.
Sir, yes, sir. The operation is back on target.
Excellent. The other thing we can do is put out a the child allowances or whatever, because then children no longer bring down the income of houses, which can make poor families maybe become well off, which gives them the ability to go into apartments, but might be a little better overall than free housing. The thing is, I got so much money, I should probably stop worrying about that, but you know, say that now, things can change suddenly. So I will probably just keep trading with mostly the allies here. We finished the mission, so I'll just do a long-term sugar export for now.
Good
Although
Lord,
I say that, we're now making rum.
You'll never believe what happened.
Oh, did we
won
just
the
finish
war.
this era?
Damnedest thing. No idea how we did it.
Okay.
The wars are over, Presidente.
I didn't realize
I
that
would
completing
kiss you
the
if it
4
was
trade
not
routes or
treason to
whatever
do so.
would be all that was required to actually advance the Cold War. Sounds fine to me. All right, we did unlock new policy. All right, we had the labor policy. I'd wanted to make a change. For labor policy, we'll go with happy childhood. We'll go with energy efficiency for less power consumption. Yeah, I don't want to raise pollution, especially if I'm going to do tourism, which now we can start doing. We'll do official separation. We'll need a courthouse if we want to be able to, you know, arrest people and whatnot, but we would get Swiss bank account money from doing so. I don't tend to use a lot of the direct interactions with those things. I mean, maybe I should, I don't know. Okay, but Cold War era, we can start on tourism, and I would very much like to do that.
Finally, the war is behind us.
We don't have
What's
our Eiffel Tower yet, right? No, we do
Certainly
not.
not a different kind of war.
What's next? Certainly not a different kind of war. Oh man, I love the snark. Let's get you up here, and we'll figure out what we're going to do with this. I remember this is a good spot for sugar, so we may want to hold off on it for now. Let's take a quick look at our overlays here. So pollution, okay, is not spreading too much. We got a couple of like sort of yellowish bit, but not too bad. We should probably get a trash thing. Let me pause here. Some sort of garbage dump or something like that to collect the pollution and clean that up. The other thing I was going to take a look at was beauty. Oh, here it is. So yeah, we got some like less good spot and then just generically yellow, but we can make this prettier. I think, so I was debating a couple of different places. I think we will make the tourism island over here because we do have
Another
the old
day,
enclave.
another deal complete.
Produced milk, excellent. So we're gonna get new missions. We got a bunch of trade routes, so it's, you know, new groups of people. So let's do a short rum export to the east and a short cigar export to the west. It's not doing much. We do have our embassies. Let's go ahead and get them loaded in here. So we're gonna invite the east, and I'll praise you, which I should have done before, and I'll praise you because then we could probably get more valuable export routes, but planks new, hides new. Oh, these are smugglers, which we don't really want to do. These trade routes are kind of weak-ass, because these are only imports. Yep. So we have very few export trade routes available, but I suspect that will change as we get going. So we'll just leave it go for now. You're still working on the housing. We can put up a lot of construction jobs over here. We have a couple of construction things, which is going to be okay. And on the new island, I will build that up. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get that started now. Okay, Free Wheels has reached level 2. I want to see what happens when this levels up. Okay, it did make it cheaper. I think that's the only difference. It's a slightly less expensive per month. Fair enough. And right now there's no demands for any factions, so it's going to be a good time to issue the audience edict.
Hey there, Prez.
Level up, no free
Well, as
lunch.
the captain of
Build the
industry,
Teamster's
Pleasure doing
office.
business with
We've
you,
already
President.
completed this. We just had an election, so I'll just take the money. Level up mandatory waste sorting, which we probably haven't unlocked. No. We are doing more research more faster now. It says no income because I think no one's at work, but we do have 3 libraries, so some of that should happen. I'm still tempted to mostly work on the World Wars era stuff, but let me go ahead and... Actually, I'll keep literacy program in there, and we'll go ahead and unlock mandatory waste sorting, and then I'm going to go back to working on the stuff from the previous era. There you go, just so that we've got it, and that's going to be fine. And yeah, we will set up some ports and things over here, but I guess for now, I will just, I suppose, bridge across here, probably via a straight line. We're just straight? I think that's straight here. I think that's why it does that. Now, the stone is a little inconvenient. But not the worst thing in the universe. Okay, so on this new island, we will set up a... So I'm going to do it over here because the spacing, but I guess it's going to be okay. We've got the Teamster's office for the mission, which is fine. I'm going to go and quick build you. We are going to get a parking deck over here. Oh, that one will fit. Nice. Excellent. Oh, and a grocery store. I don't want to... There you go. We don't want people to have to walk all over for their food. There. And then, you know what I'm also going to do is I'll throw in an apartment, bunkhouse, bunkhouse. Okay. So we'll get this extra little zone started, and that'll be okay. Happiness is going down. We want to go into raids and unlock the Spy Academy, because I want to get more raids going on. We've got all the raid buildings over here. Do I want to keep working on that? Sorta. I was thinking I'll leave a little bit more room around the embassies in case there's any demands for that. But honestly, if there is, we'll probably just end up having to, like, knock down some apartment buildings. Alright, little trade routes. Lights, plants, we're not really doing any of those. These are still the only exports available. Swiss bank account guy. Simulate trade. There we go. Generate new offers. We could pump up our standings too. I don't think we're going to worry about that. Aluminum. Boats. So I'm going to do a long-term boat export. We aren't producing cheese. We are producing cigars, though. I'm going to do a long-term cigar. I don't know if we're exporting corn. We are... Oh, that's smugglers. Oh, we could export oil here. We are still producing rum. You know what? We'll do the rum, because we're hoping to use the oil internally. Although that reminds me...
Plane touchdown tonight at 2300 hours. We would...
Excellent. Eiffel Towering. Because there's a bunch of new upgrades we can do. So, yes, pollution filter. Yes, oil-fueled furnace. Sure, we'll do air conditioning. That's going to be okay. Our mines over here. We can do power drills. I don't know if we're going to want to do that. Decrease consumption of the oil. Yeah, we're going to do this so we actually don't consume the oil the same way. Apartments could be electrified. Oh, I could start building tenements as well.
Read these encoded
We may still have to for the housing
then burn
happiness.
the communique and eat the ashes.
Okay, you want me to do some espionage? Oh, that will make you an ally. Yeah, maybe. I could see us doing that. Fire station. Reduce the time. Okay, so we're going to upgrade all of these to do that. I'm going to make sure there's at least one helicopter. So I'm not control-clicking the fire station. We'll just do this for now. Wow, housing here is pretty rough. Logging camp. Chainsaws. Don't mind if I do. Lumber mill. Okay, nothing there. Shipyard. Welding plant. Can use aluminum and steel. Can produce ships out of those. Requires a little bit of power. We'll hold off for now. Rum. Oh, you could have had the Dunder still before. We'll do the electric stills as well. Fisherman's Wharf. Unchanged there. No upgrades at the dock. Parking deck. Oh yeah, surveillance cameras come later. Customs office. Tourism fee. Every tourist arriving on Tropico pays 10... Alright, sure. Farms. There's probably a bunch of stuff. Oh, the corn farms definitely need those. Sorry, just having to go through a lot of these. Extensive fertilization. Ah, there we go. For tobacco. Huge efficiency boost on tobacco. Very, 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 very nice. Cocoa, nothing to talk about. Sugar, no. Pineapple. That's nearby pineapple plantations. We've only got the one right now, so let's not bother with it. Although the nearby probably has infinite range, like everything else we're discovering. State loans, credit limit, meh. Libraries, no. Oh! High school, or is it just modern times? Modern times. Dang it. Second shift we can hold off on. Cannery. Oh, scent spray, increased job quality. Sure. I think you... Oh, you can get reactive armor now. Sure, we'll do that. We're spending a lot of money, but we've got it. Special training, modern infantry. Okay, that was control click. Alright, that's probably okay. So we spent some money, but worthwhile. Spy Academy is going to get built up.
Over, Presidente. We finally have a chance
so we're going to take the mission, establish tropical paradise for tourists.
I am so excited.
Honestly, like stealing the landmark or joining the nuclear club seems pretty easy, but yes, we'll do this.
Yes, the greatest nation.
Oh, we just need 500 tourists visited? Alright, all of these are pretty simple. Alright, lots of people still don't have houses. So we're gonna throw in some tenements now. I think are better than bunkhouses. So where we see some shacks. Okay, that's still being built up. So is this. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build another construction office over here. Can I fit it in right there? No. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna quick build you. And I'm wondering... Do I upgrade all of them? None of them? Maybe just building new ones gonna be okay.
Reinforce your armies,
We are
President.
gonna build a tenement because obviously that's happening auto-magically. And this is the Spy Academy over here. Tell you what, I'm gonna quick build it. It's expensive, but, you know, laziness. So now we have a Spy Academy. You want me to do espionage. Blueprints, ... knowledge for just tech. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. I know it, like, queued up the extra one, I don't know. Hidden roll, blah, 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 reduced chance, nah. Alright, we'll leave you be for now. Just queue that up just to finish this up. Alright. I'm betting, oh, the workers are walking over here, but I have the car garages all over. Where are you coming from that you were walking? Ew. It'd be nice if we could have a mode where we could, like, click on the parking garages. And I've said this before, it'd be nice if you have a building selected, it highlights all buildings of the same type. Because there's one here. I don't know if there's a parking garage in this area. Oh, capitalist ultimatum. Uh-oh, an ultimatum, yes. Sponsored content, media independence. We'd have to research that. Now, these ultimatums can be bypassed with some things over
it's all
here.
strictly above board, of course.
Could refresh, but I'm not gonna. I'll unlock you, just to say. Okay. Research. I suppose I can control click to put in front of the queue or anything, can't I? Okay, I'll move you up a little bit. I'll still finish the literacy program. These guys, yeah, they are being worked. There's no upgrades that I can do. I suppose I could. I'm gonna raise the budget of all the libraries to hopefully get a little bit more tech. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on the broker to see if that can change. We're not making this. We are exporting pineapples. I mean, these guys clearly like me a lot. Oh, here we go. We'll do a cigar one. Are we already doing cigars? We are. But that's okay. We'll keep exporting cigars at a premium. I'm going to be fine with that. As our housing happiness, it still has a long way to go. One thing we wanted to consider, if we're going to electrify things, we do need more power. I think I would maybe like nuclear power. So again, we're trying to hold back on mining, but now we can look at uranium. Now mines are fairly polluty, right where these houses got built. But I think I can mine here and not ruin the environment of that. Unfortunately, all these have to go away. Sorry, guys. I feel bad, but that's going to have to be the way that it's going to have to be. Mine. Yeah, just filter. I mean, 2 of these is probably okay, but I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more over here. So, we still have a lot of outstanding construction jobs. Well, I mean, it's gotten better. See, there's still home...
Do not worry, President.
An earthquake?
These tremors surely do not herald a big quake. Unless you say it is okay.
Strengthen all buildings. I mean, I don't know what the right approach is, but it feels okay. We're going to keep going with rum exports. Boom. I think we can have more trade routes, but I'm going to hold off for a little bit. Maybe I'll always build them in pairs or something. Tenements plus apartments. No, this apartment still has tons of room.
The palace has announced new seismic tests to investigate the...
Our comrades rejoice in your support.
I'll take the
President.
communist standing because
And
right
of
now people
course,
aren't too
we all
pleased.
rejoice equally.
Media independence. Broker. Okay, I'm gonna have to
Do
refresh
any
you
of these
here.
offers look good to you? They're all strictly legitimate.
Yeah, that's not that helpful, buddy. Tons of money. I mean, I could maybe unlock some of these blueprints.
Now, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm going to need a rather prompt decision on these
Wait,
offers.
it didn't refresh these slots? Does it only re-roll? I don't understand. But yeah, I need... It's not convincing talk that I need. Dude, I'm trying to research this stuff as quickly as I can, man.
A few opportunities.
Okay,
came
it
up.
doesn't
Nothing
load everything
illegal.
up. That's
Well,
weird.
nothing that can be proven to break any laws.
Yeah, normally I'd sort of jump on the ability to maybe unlock some things via Swiss bank account. But right now we have tons of money, so unlocking blueprints with cash isn't so bad. Oh my god, disaster relief.
Friends, Presidente.
Okay, we'll take the standing here, because right now the mood isn't great. Commando Garrison, you're going to do a couple of Intimidate neighbors for me. Make sure to keep the Caribbean happiness low in comparison. Happiness is going up, but maybe not the way we want. I'm going to go ahead and boost the maintenance on things. You can also be electrified. What's quality here? 40? See, even the houses actually don't give enough happiness. Maybe I should free happiness. I don't know. So 65 is fine for the apartments. Do we have any tenements yet? Quick build. You're 50, which is above the 48, I guess is okay. We could always electrify the tenements, which I think might be the right way to go. We have tons of power. Well, I'll electrify the ones we've got right now. There you go. 66 is a little more than I thought, or a little less power than I was hoping to still have, but I guess it's okay. And yeah, we'll get our uranium mines started at some point. Grocer doesn't have anything yet. It's okay. Then yeah, you've got the parking next, so that's fine too. You've got your empty apartment over here, and yeah, these bunk houses. Could have been a tenement, but I guess that'll be okay. I know, let's sponsor content. I can't yet. How's the research? Okay, it's nearly there. I think we'll be fine. We have more money, so that's nice. Can't just buy research, right? I don't think there's anything... Like, I think the closest we can get is boosting the library stuff like we just did. So I can't build there, so it's here? Okay. Which is fine. It looks like a straight line. We'll get that started. There might be... Yeah, I can build a research lab now. Which I would like to do. The space program might give us tech as well. Vehicle factory. Being built right away. Urban development has ended. So if we're going to build more houses, we may want to start it again. Housing happiness is above 40. It'll be tight. I don't think there's any edicts I can run, unless I want to do free housing for a little while. I will run... I'm going to run child allowances here, which might let some more families and things or something like that move into apartments. No more trees to fell. Now, apparently... Oh! I was going to say, apparently we'll get this notice from time to time. Is Stonehenge not building trees for us anymore? Because they were just spamming constantly. Okay, what I'm going to do is control-click to put the give and take on these, at least. And we will see. Oh, you need more power. Oh, shoot. Well, what I can do... There you go. While I wait for the uranium mines to get built, which they now are, and then we get our nuclear power going, is, yeah, just boost the budget on this for a little while. Oh, there's still huge budget problems. Are there? No, those are old messages. Never mind.
War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Coffee is pineapple juice. And Tropico is the future. Stay tuned to Canal Uno.
I guess this emits little pollution, it says. We got our uranium mines over here. I think I'll just build you right here. It's not too far from the uranium mines. Excellent. Once you're built, we'll go and add some power drills and all kinds of different things. Media independence is done. So, Constitution. We'll go freedom of religion, labor policy, ecology, separation of power. Done, 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 done. You wanted sponsored content. Confirmed. Which does what for us? Revenue of media buildings.
Pleasure doing business with you, President.
Excellent. Let's take some capitalist standing, at least for now. You're doing that. We're waiting. Mandatory sorting is the next thing being researched. At least there's no timer on that. And then, yeah, I'm going to go back to... unlocking some things over here. Okay. Gotta unlock them all. It's like the Pokemans. Right, you're building that. College people are getting college educated. Yep, you're full. Awesome. High school is good too. I mean, we might want to do more, but I think we're okay. Tons of money. We're going to be ready to develop things over here. We could probably just kick it in now. Let's say... yeah, let's extend you thusly, and then consider building a tourist port right over there. I guess that's all under tourism, isn't it? Okay, we want an airport at some point. Airports pollute a fair bit. Also, I've heard that the upgrades for airports may be glitched, so you don't want to install them. We shall see. Martial law, research complete. Oh, does that mean we have mandatory waste sorting? Yes, that's in place. Decreases pollution of all residential buildings by a lot.
And the art.
And happy meat as well. Just affects, like, factories and stuff mostly. Upsets the industrialists, makes the environmentalists happy. We don't really have much in the way of ranches, but I still do it. It's a net win in terms of relationship boosts. Hopefully we can keep the industrialists happy in other ways. So espionage is going. I think we're using it for blueprints right now, which I'm quite pleased with. I mean, we could have just asked for raw knowledge, but I think the blueprints ban is kind of good for us. Right, and so garbage dumps. Right, they weren't here. They were like, they're somewhere weird. Garbage dump. So this itself produces pollution, but it reduces pollution in everything within its radius. So I think what I'm going to do is build it right here. Maybe that's not enough. You know what? I'll build it right here. There's better, like, a recycling center we'll be able to get later on, but we'll do that now. Try to stop any pollution from overflowing into this area or something like that. We're a little shy on housing here. So we did finish our promise, I guess, for housing. I didn't even catch that as we went. Set up a tenement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the budget of these things back down to normal. Because that means people are still mostly going to be okay. Especially once we start electrifying things. Okay, so now we have tons of power. I'm going to bring your budget back to normal here. We've got you, power plant, more uranium, and better job quality, which will keep people happy. Rebel threat decreases to none. That's pretty nice. Just as we research military law and military police, or martial law and military police. Coincidence? Penultimo says no. I don't know if I'm going to use these different modes, but I'm going to go ahead and research them anyway. I like to research things chronologically. It just feels better. So yeah, no one in this apartment. Okay. Attackers, medium rebel threat.
Sour grapes. Poor people simply don't understand the
maybe we just didn't know about rebels.
Spokesperson said.
Oh, we have one. We have a gorilla, which attacked Stonehenge. See, that's just rude. But there is a raid we can do. Guerrilla Patrol. Reduce number of gorillas by up to 5. We'll queue up one of those in there. Take you out. Okay, let's tourism. Tenement. I don't know. We'll see. Tourism. We'll just get this ready. Get some hotels. High quality. Stress relief. So yeah, there's ways to, like, make it work better, but I don't know what it is. I guess we'll greet people with hotels right away. We'll get 4 just to start off with. If we do this, that leaves room for another block of hotels behind it, which might be okay. Something like this, and then what I'm going to do is get some local housing. I know we're not running the policy, but I think that's going to be okay. Done. And done. And I'll get a police station over here. Make sure we keep the crime nice and low in the touristy areas. Awesome. So we'll get those built, and then what we'll do is we'll build more, like, attractions for them and whatnot. It's going to be, oh, there's the door. You can't rotate where this door shows up. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and wrap this around. I think this is no-go, right? Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, we'll just make a little block. And do we have the Eiffel Tower? We do. Blam. There we are. High quality tourist attraction, and now our radios and television as well will have good range. Speaking of range, I just realized we probably want to make sure we've got an electric substation spreading the wonders of electricity over to a new island. I suspect this will reach the entirety of the island. Yeah, just a little section right there that's not reachable. Mostly it's going to be okay.
Arrives in its new home. Tropicans say oui to French fever.
Oui to French fever.
Meanwhile, the palace issues a plea that citizens do not eat brightly colored local frogs.
Brightly colored frogs tend to be quite poisonous. Well, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here as we get started on our tourism section of the game. We'll have to make sure to add some decorations just to keep the beauty rating of all these areas as high as possible. So let me go ahead and get that started immediately. But overall, I think this should work quite well. Can't wait to see and get our first crack at a true little tourism spot. It's going to be fun. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm going to see you guys next time.